was spotted by cameraman John Chant. That kind of disrespect really annoyed him. Let's go talk to them, we said. Excuse me. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
We're from BCTV. We kind of do stories on things that happen, like littering and other stuff. Is this stuff yours?
No.
No?
No.
What about the stuff that you just threw out of the car?
Well,
We want to ask you about the garbage that you threw outside on the ground.
Yeah, okay, I will figure it out later, okay?
We just wanted to know why you threw it out. Hello? Why'd you throw it out?
I think I have right to reject your question, okay?
You certainly do, but we have a right to ask. We have a right to ask why.
Well, I have a right to.
Why? Yeah, but are you going to leave this stuff here? Excuse me. You left behind your bag. Just a second. Just a second. You left behind your other stuff. Bye.
Breaking habits can be difficult for even the most strong-willed. While modern apps and tracking fitness wristbands do a great job of detailing your progress and achievements, it's still up to us to take that first step off the couch. A new fitness band, the Padlock, provides you with an added jolt to help you break your bad habits. Like an actual jolt. Much like other app-based wristbands, the Padlock lets you set goals and track your progress. What sets this wristband apart is the ability to take your commitment up a notch by adding painful consequences to missing the goal. The Padlock connects with social media, broadcasting your fitness failures on Twitter or Facebook, and can be set to administer an electric shock if you lag behind on your fitness goals. The Padlock isn't just fitness-based. If you're a perpetual snooze button hitter, the Padlock can be programmed to shock you out of bed if you hit that button one too many times. Padlock will be available in 2015, giving you a few months to try and break those habits without fear of electrocution.
Shames Mountain, just west of Terrace, opened yesterday with a free day of skiing under the management of My Mountain Co-op. Now, the mountain has been up for sale for years now. A group calling themselves Friends of Shames wanted to ensure that the ski hill wouldn't be shut down. So as Brian Coxford explains tonight, they took matters into their own hands.
It is one of BC's best kept secrets, but it was almost secret lost. If you were a skier looking at these pictures from somewhere else in the world, you'd want to come here. The locals know what Shames Mountain means to them.
It'd be like a 20-year relationship, you know, where you still get butterflies. That's what Shames is like, right? I just get butterflies every time I come up here. It's this weird little phenomenon.
People move here and stay here to work and raise families when this kind of backcountry recreational pursuit is at their doorstep. But when the private owners were unable to keep the only ski resort in the area open, the locals stepped up and raised the money to buy it. Shames is now owned by My Mountain Co-op, which has over 900 shareholders.
We're all very ecstatic. We've all worked very hard to get to this point. There's been a huge group of volunteers, local governments, local corporations who have worked very hard to get to this day.
The Day Lodge, it got a touch of paint, a big touch of paint all over the place, from new decking put on to trim painted everywhere, post stained, benches painted. It was, volunteers came out in hordes to help us out, and without them there's no way we could have been done in this sort of time frame.
The new owners opened the season yesterday. It was a free day to thank the supporters. There was fresh snow on a huge base, the best they've seen in a few years. Shames advertises it's one of the most reliable ski areas in North America. Saving the hill couldn't come at a better time. A multi-billion-dollar LNG pipeline is proposed for the area, port expansion in Prince Rupert, new mines, and the area's largest employer, Rio Tinto in Kitimat, is spending hundreds of millions of dollars on upgrades. Thousands of new jobs are forecast, and they will want to enjoy what nature offers them here.
I think a lot of us were worried the mountain was gonna close, and it's one of my favorite things to do. And if this mountain wasn't open, I'm not sure I would stay in this area.
I bought a membership to help support it, and yeah, I just feel it's a vital part of the community, and we really need to have it.
It is a hard thing to do to have a family and want to be a ski family and not have a ski hill.
So far, the shareholders of My Mountain Co-op have raised over $500,000, covering the sale to the original owner. But they'll need much more to pay for operations and equipment upgrades. The regional district donated $100,000. The Port of Prince Rupert gave $50,000 today. And the challenge is out to the big corporations who benefit from resources here to come and be a shareholder.
Has pleaded guilty today to stealing from travelers on multiple occasions.
When you put your wallet or purse, your cash, your coins, your jewelry, and other valuables in the tray, and then you are made to walk through the magnetometer and possibly get patted down or searched, you may not be able to see your things, and you may be distracted. But the CATSA staff are there for your safety and security. Yet today, one CATSA screener who worked at YVR came here to Richmond Provincial Court. CATSA's Yuri Ruvinsky, 38, pleaded guilty to stealing passengers' stuff. There may only be 8 counts, but in fact, 27 different travelers who were complying with the security regulations had money or personal effects ripped off over a period of 7 days by the CATSA screener.
It's that thing where you go to get your ID out to show to customs as you're going through, so you have your identification out. A lot of guys carry that in their wallet, so they're taking the wallet and rather than wearing it, they're putting it into the bin without their belongings. And that was the case in this case. The individual had placed money into the bin along with their other items, and that's what was actually stolen. And very quickly that individual reported the incident.
That doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
I've seen that happen at other airports.
Well, it's possible, isn't it? Always possible that it's always open to abuse.
Humans, they do that. No way. Are you serious?
Kind of speechless. That is, I can't believe it, that's happening.
I think probably theft is a very tempting thing for someone working in a situation like that.
Oh no, that's terrible. I mean, I've actually wondered about that.
Really? I'm not surprised.
I'm glad he's caught.
Oh, they cut his hands off?
The court has asked for a background report on Ravinsky before he can be sentenced. John Daly, Global News.
And John
Door. What happened next had one BC man shaking his head. The baggage handlers, either too lazy or too busy to walk down the 25 stairs or so from the jetway to the apron, started dropping the bags over the side into a luggage cart, and then a second handler would move them the rest of the way. They were regular hard-sided carry-on bags, there were soft-sided bags, there was even a bag that looks an awful lot like a computer bag. Certainly not the way anyone would want their belongings treated, including Dwayne Stewart, who took this iPhone video.
Has officially canceled the rest of the preseason games. The two sides are scheduled to get back.
The employees your boss loves to have on the job. Well, a Career Builder survey found 27% of bosses actually have a worker they would like to see leave the company. Nearly half of the managers say that when dealing with an employee they would like to leave, they're likely to issue a formal warning. But watch out for other red flags. Your manager may reduce your responsibilities, point out shortcomings more often, or keep you out of the loop regarding new company developments. And that's business.
G, sir?
No. Any word from Karl Rove?
Sir, despite what he's been telling you, it's over. Romney lost.
Damn it. I guess it's time I explain to these good people the upcoming fiscal cliff. Think of the economy as a car and the rich man as the driver. If you don't give the driver all the money, he'll drive you over a cliff. It's just common sense. Furthermore, rich people feel things more deeply than the common man. And we've got to change our approach to immigration. I have a progressive proposal to let into this country 200 grimy Irishmen a year. I've got lots of potatoes that need peeling and stables to be mucked out.
Sir, the instapolls are in. You're just digging yourself deeper.
Well, then let me just say this. Marco Rubio es un pañuelo rosa.
I'm afraid you just made things even worse.
How? Why?
You just said Marco Rubio is a pink handkerchief.
This public service announcement is over. Execute the cameraman.
Why do we have to choose our leaders? Isn't that what we have the Supreme Court for?
If you're gonna vote, we'll need some photo ID.
But I lived here all my life.
Stopping all Americans from voting is for the protection of all Americans.
But I'm a 40-year-old white guy who didn't go to college and gets all his news from monitors at gas stations.
In you go.
Barack Obama, I don't know. I already got one wife telling me to eat healthy. Plus, she promised me death panels and Grandpa's still alive. Mitt Romney? I hear he wears magic underpants. I expect the leader of the free world to go commando. Plus, his horse totally choked at the Olympics. On the other hand, he did invent Obamacare.
Thank you for voting for Mitt Romney. You may now see his tax returns.
Wow, medical deduction for personality implant. He's got 6 wives, all named Ann. The government paid him taxes for 5 years. I've got to tell the press.
You are now being outsourced.
I hate being sucked into...
Outsourced.
I hate being sucked into tubes.
A lot of Americans reacted to the horror of that terrible day by rushing out to buy a gun. Since that day, and unlike after past shootings, the old debate over gun rights, who should buy them, and what kind that they can buy, has only gotten more intense. Vice President Joe Biden on Tuesday will present the president with his task force's recommendations for reducing gun violence. Mental health, violent video games, and safety, school safety have all been a part of his agenda. He even met with the NRA, but the group said it was, quote, disappointed in their discussion. That discussion is stirring passion from dinner tables to talk shows nationwide in ways we haven't seen in a very long time. Here's our own Piers Morgan with a radio host who started a petition to get Pierce deported over support for gun control.
The iron rods, Pierce, didn't do it. The tyrants did it. Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. And I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand? And that's why you're going to fail, and the establishment knows, no matter how much propaganda, the Republic will rise again when you attempt to take our guns. My family in the Texas Revolution against Santa Anna, my family was at the core on both sides starting that, because Santa Anna came to take the guns at Gonzales, Texas. Pierce, don't try what your ancestors did before. Why don't you come to America? I'll take you out shooting. You can become an American and join the Republic.
Paranoid much? We're going to cover this debate tonight in different ways.
The most unprofessional little scaredy cat I've ever seen in my life. He wouldn't even fight me like a man after. So if someone texts me his address, I'll go see him Wednesday at his house and show him what he really needs. He needs a friggin' whooping. And I'm going to give it to him. He was flipping me off, giving the finger, totally unprofessional. 2 laps down. I mean, he's a chump.
Well, we saw what happened. Walk us through exactly what happened in the garage. We kind of walked him through.
I went over to go talk to him. He wouldn't even let me get out of the car, and he comes over and throws a few little baby punches, and then when I get out, he runs away and hides behind some big guys. But he won't hide from me long. I'll find him. I won't settle out in the track. It's not right to wreck cars, but he'll show up at a race with a black eye one of these days. I'll see him somewhere.
Are